Hello everyone! I went to Mastery Quiz 1 and when I meant to go to Mastery Quiz 5, so here's a quick rundown of everything we've done so far. This is Miss Ozier.
And Miss Lahar.
And we're almost there.
Almost.
Look at that, all that math. Whoa.
Getting dizzy.
And here
Almost there. There it is.
we go.
There we go.
So,
good. Okay, so
You're
on this
welcome.
Mastery Quiz, we have focus and directrix. And then we also have some quadratic formula and some good old complex numbers. All right, first one, focus and directrix.
you got to remember your p-value. It's the distance between the vertex and the focus, or the distance between the vertex and the directrix.
Where the directrix is underneath it.
The
Or
directrix
above
is
it.
a line, the
Yeah.
focus is a point, right? You got to know this stuff. Okay, so given this equation, identify the vertex values of p, focus, directrix. Vertex is just like how a circle equation was last year. It's going to be at -3, +1.
I switched it around because, like, you need to figure out what your p-value is. So if you got to
Right.
get the y by itself, it's the one, the equation in front of your
I
quantity.
apologize. Pre-calc can do it this way. We do it this way, so I'm sorry. Yes, so you want to get it so that it's 1 over 4p. That we have -3, +1.
For a vertex.
And what gets multiplied by 4 to make 20?
5.
5, not -5, because it's a distance, and distance is positive.
All right, so now that we know that we're going negative, we know that it's going to be a frowny face parabola.
It's going down,
Don't
and we're
judge
choosing,
my line.
we're choosing up or down because x is squared. If y were squared, it would be going left or right.
So then vertex we got, value of p we got, focus and directrix, we just count up 5, count down 5.
Boom, boom,
And
look, there we
give
go.
those points. Pens? Jeez.
Yeah. Now, just want to remind you, you have a graphing calculator. That might come in useful.
Right. I mean, it'll only graph your parabola, but...
Right. But it'll at least give you direction and if
Yep.
you're really struggling.
Right. So the p would be 5 down from that would be -3, -4, and then directrix would be y equals +6.
Because this is a y equals line, because it crosses the y-intercept.
All right. Let's do a y squared.
Okay, so y is squared. So again, I need to get it so that it looks like this. So I'm going to move a couple things, divide, and now I have this pretty thing. So I know that my vertex is at +5, +3.
Careful.
The 5 is with the x, the 3 is with the y. 4 times 2 is 8, so I know my value of p is 2.
Boom, boom. So we put our vertex down. Because it's a positive value, I know it's opening to the right.
Boom.
So now from that p-value, I just go right to, left to, and establish what those points are. So that would be, if that's 5, 3, that's 7, 3. And then if you go back, that's x equal 3.
Perfect. So really, it's all about that p-value again. You know what it
It's all
should
about
look
the
like.
p. About the p.
I don't
No
remember the
p.
song.
It's all about the base.
Oh, yeah.
Quadratic formula.
X equals
Negative b plus or minus the square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a.
You're giving it. I mean, you should know it by now, but you are giving it. Love it. First, you need to know what A, B, and C are. Please remember, if it's not there, B is 0. This doesn't magically become the B. B is always in front of the linear term, which is also called the variable with no exponent.
Right, so don't screw it up when you're plugging it in.
Yep.
So it looks like that.
Boom.
So then you simplify. I like to simplify my radical and then, go
Yeah, I
from
do the
there.
3 parts. Simplify the outside, simplify the inside, simplify the bottom.
Now let's go after our radical. Do you know any perfect square that can go into 180? Why 36 times 5. So that'll become that.
6 root 5.
And then can you reduce?
Sure can, because the 6 and the 18 have a 3 in common, and the 0, just right, it's a 0.
Right. Okay.
Perfect.
Do we do another one?
Do another one.
Make
We
sure
need to have it equal 0 first. Standard
Amen.
form. Standard form. Boom.
So I moved it. There it goes.
Okay. You know how to substitute values in. That's all we're doing.
Yep.
Realize that if there's a negative there, the negative goes in. This is a positive because it says negative. So negative, negative is a positive.
All right. So simplifying all that wonderfulness, I get that. Ooh, negative underneath my radical. I know there's going to be in.
I.
Aye, Captain. Just kidding. All right. So then you break up 12 to be 4 times 3 and the -1. So the -1 becomes I. Square root of 4 is 2. So all that pops out. It's called the magic triangle. 10, 2, and 8 can be simplified. I like that sound effect.
You're welcome.
So then that becomes that. And
there
there's
we
your
go.
answer.
So pretty. Okay.
Uh-huh.
The I clock.
Yep.
Okay, just if we're focusing for real, this is what you really need to focus on. The
Yep.
fact that I squared equals -1. You should know that.
All right. Now this one I have 3. First, I got to take the first 2.
And double distribute. Oh, it's
Oh,
not
I
there.
didn't even do it.
Well,
Oh, no.
Okay, that's all right. So you're going to do, we're just going to walk you through it because you guys know how to do the math. You're going to do 2 times -8 is -16. 2 times 3i is +6i. 3i times negative 8 is negative 24i, and 3i times 3i is positive 9i squared. Now, positive 9i squared is going to turn into negative 9. So that negative 16 from the beginning is going to combine with the negative 9 that we just got, and that is now negative 25. From there, I think we had a 6i and a negative 24i. Yeah, I think so. So that's now a negative 18i. So you put that in parentheses. So now you have negative 25 minus whatever I just said,
18i.
Okay, great. And you bring the 4 plus 4i down. Then you do the exact same process and change any I squareds into negative 1s.
Yep.
Okay, again, we've already done this in another review. The only difference is I squared is negative 1, and whenever you see an I squared, simplify it down to negative 1.
And the beauty about complex numbers is that when you do this, you're going to end up with a two-termed expression. It's a plus bi. Make sure your I term goes last.
And yeah, it's nice because you don't have to triple distribute them. So, just saying. But you guys can handle this. I don't feel that bad that it's not there.
Whoopsie.
Have a wonderful day. We'll see you later.
Why did I not do that?